Greetings friends and welcome back to Moonhill Vintage. It's the old crone Yaya back with another haul. This time it will be from 3 different antique stores. And the first one will be the part 2 of where we went to Grumpy's Antiques and Collectibles, the huge place. And we had to go there twice in order to see it all. So we found some really cool stuff there, so let's get started on that one. Okay, first we have up these two 1980s Toyo Japan little vases, ceramic vases. Really pretty painting on there, and it does read Toyo, T-O-Y-O, Japan. This one reads Misty. I believe that's the name of the pattern. And here's the matching little vase to it. I love the shape of this one especially. I mean, they're both nice. But it's very 80s, and when the 80s had an Art Deco revival, this is what came out of it. And it's Toyo as well. In fact, these were both of them for $3, so it was like half price at this little booth. So together, those are really just adorable. Looks so cute in a bathroom or bedroom. Okay, and I found this stone for $2. It's a stone. They put ashtray on here, but I'm not sure if it's an ashtray because it doesn't really have the divots that you usually see for an ashtray. But it's really heavy. I'd say at least a couple of pounds. And it's actually an owl or some type of bird. And I'm not sure if this is marble or what it is, but see, it does have it carved out in the middle, but I wouldn't exactly call it an ashtray. Maybe just more of a catch-all, really. Throw your keys in there. And for some reason, see all this stuff? It feels like it was glue, all of this. I'll have to try to scrape all that off before I list it. I don't know what they did to it. See all that? That could come off. That can be sanded off, I do believe. Now he does seem to have maybe a little tiny boo-boo right here. Might have been what, it was only $2, I don't know. But it's really super cute. I like it. Okay, most booths had their Christmas 50% off. And this one, I picked this up for $3. It was originally $6. Little snowman that I just thought was adorable. Very retro, very, I don't know if it's 70s or 80s. But it is a music box. And it actually plays, and he actually does turn. I believe that's Jingle Bells. I don't see any markings on it, so I'm not sure who made this. I would guess something like Hallmark, who knows. So we'll have to put that away and save it for next Christmas, actually. Okay, I had to stop that video for a second. Put that music box down because it just kept playing and playing. So, okay, let's continue on. Okay, for $1, I found this little cat, Chia Pet. I remember when Chia Pets came out. And I was just fascinated with them. I wanted one so bad. They came out with all different animals since then, even, human heads. I've seen one that has a Bob Ross head. I really want that one. I love Bob Ross. But he's adorable. I'll probably end up giving this to Coco since she's such a cat lover. Okay, let's see. I found this little Cabbage Patch doll on a rocking horse. And she was $2.50 in a clearance booth. And when I picked her up, I knew she probably didn't work, and at one time she did, I'm sure. She rode this little rocking horse. But she's just adorable with that hair, that gorgeous red hair, and her eyes, blink, if I can get them to do that. But, so it wasn't until I got it home and started really inspecting it that I found out why it was only $2.50, because both of her arms are broken off, okay? They've been broken off and taped back on, which, okay, that's fine for only $2.50, whatever. You know, I'm still going to clean her up and list her for next to nothing unless I can get her fixed somehow. And of course, I would always, put that in the listing of that condition there. But somebody who collects Cabbage Patch is probably going to want this. I don't know how rare she is. Can't find much information on it, but it's still so adorable for that. Just a couple of bucks. Okay, I found this vintage soup bowl for $2. And I just love the pattern on here. It's just so cute. Okay, let's see if we can read this. This is Shenango. Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Basically, that's all it reads with some numbers. If you can see that. Almost everything I've ever seen done by Shenango is really cute like that. I love that. I wish I could have found a whole set of those. I would have kept those for myself. Okay, and I found this set of, I'm not going to say there's salt and pepper shakers because look at the bottoms. There's no way, and there's no holes in the top. And if you remember from one or two haul videos back, I talked about the Ken Edwards pottery, the tea set we have listed, and then I found the cat salt and pepper shakers from Ken Edwards. These are from his line, but the artist signature, I don't think it is Ken Edwards. It looks like more like initials of CAT, but it does read Mexico, and they are numbered 319. And which let me see if you can see that. Which I did a little more research on Ken Edwards. He was born in the U.S. and studied in Japan, and then in the 50s he moved to Mexico near Guadalajara and started making these beautiful one-of-a-kind pottery pieces that reflected what he saw there in the little village. So these are just absolutely beautiful. The colors are so vibrant, super well made. I just adore them. I want to keep them, but no, I'm going to list them. I can't keep everything as much as I would like to. Okay, this is such an odd piece. Let me let you get a look at it first. Okay, it is obviously hand carved. There are no markings on it whatsoever that I could find. It was $10 with 75% off. So I paid $2.50 for it. And I can see why whoever had this, kept marking it down. There's pieces missing. Like one of the little, I'm going to say flower looking things missing here. There's a person missing right here. It looks, other than that, it's not really rough. This one's a little broken. So I've really got to do some research on this to find out what it is and who made it, where it could possibly have come from. I'm going to say is Polynesian. The Pacific Islanders, that's what it's representing. I am guessing. This is just a total guess. But it being hand carved and it's older, I could swear I have seen something like this when I was a child that was from the Philippines. It could, that could be it. I just don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But something that's so unusual like this, I hope somebody really would like to have this to add to their collection. Okay, and then I found another beautiful hand-carved thing that was also in the clearance booth. This was $16.99 and they had it for half off. So I paid $8.50. It's hand carved from Ghana. Okay, and it's a couple, tribal couple kissing, embracing. Let me turn it this way so you can see the whole thing and go like this. I just think it's just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful, and so unusual. So again, I'll have to do more research on it. I have no idea how much I'm going to list this for. I'm guessing $50, maybe more. I love finding things like that. Just love it. Okay, what else? Okay, one last thing from Grumpy's. These were a pair, and they are $2 each. Yes. And there's nothing wrong that neither I or Wakuna could find. No cracks or chips. They don't even look old. They don't look worn, put it that way, but they are definitely old, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at these. When I saw these sitting on a table and they only had $2 on them, it's like, okay, is there something wrong with these, or what's the deal? Let's start with the cream color. Just look at that shape. Oh my goodness. I love it. I think that can come off. I mean, it has a very unique, almost Art Deco shape to it. But the pink one, oh my goodness, it's even more awesome, because look at that ombre effect that they have on there around the face and tail. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's no markings on it. No markings. Don't have any idea who made it, where it came from, how old it is. Got to do more research. But they're gorgeous, and I'm so tempted to keep them for myself. But no, I'll list them, and I'm going to say, if I put them in the same listing, I'm probably going to ask $50 for these. They're just that gorgeous, and I think they're pretty rare, maybe. Okay, let's see. That was it for Grumpy, so on to the next one. Okay, next we have about a dozen things from Ringo Feed and Seed, and we had never been in that place. Every time we went by it, we would get out and it would be closed. And you know how it is in really small towns, and people have their own businesses. They pretty much set their own hours. Even if they have hours on the door, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's when they're going to be open. And I love that. I really do. I think it's awesome that you can do that, you know. But anyway, it was filled to the brim, and we just loved it. We had such a good time in there. The staff was friendly and sweet, and we found, you know, a few things. So let's get started with that. All right, for just 50 cents, I found this brass cricket or grasshopper. I'm not sure which one it is, but they say that crickets in the home are good luck. But I think I will be putting this up for sale. I'm not sure how much, maybe about $10. It's just adorable. Really, I mean, it's excellent condition too. And for 50 cents, you know, why not? Okay, I found another witchy broom. This one is hand done for $3. And I'm not sure if I have said this before on one of my videos, but I do collect little brooms. Got them all over the house. I have a broom at each doorway. But that was just, I love the way this is done. And it takes such a long time to do things like this, and I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. How much was this? $5, and it was 40% off for this. Or was it 40? Might have been 60. I don't remember. So we only paid a couple of bucks for it. But this was made in the Philippines. And it is a letter mail holder, sorter, letters, bills, miscellaneous, with owls stitched on there, which I think is adorable. And I love the way it's made. And it's in really good shape to be so old. Usually these are pretty tattered when I find them. So just adorable. Okay, so Wakuna got me a phonograph from Victrola for Christmas. And so I've been starting, I used to have a huge record collection back when I was young. And now, you know, over the years, things get broken, lost, and, you know, thrown away. And I just regret having given up so many of my albums and records, especially my 45s. That was the thing. As back when I was really young, 45s were 50 cents. 50 cents a piece, okay? So I could easily save up some allowance or do an extra chore to go buy a record every weekend. So I just love them, you know. So I've started to buy records, albums and 45s, even the old 78s. The ones that break so easily. So anyway, so I found this record holder, album holder. How much was it? Oh, we tore the tag off, okay. I'm sure it was only a few bucks, but it's in really excellent condition. I think this one's more for 45s rather than albums, but I thought it was a great find. Okay, for 99 cents, I found this Manning and McKay's Cough Drops tin. I don't believe it's very old, to tell you the truth. Let's look at the bottom here. Container made in England. Okay. Doesn't tell you much, does it? But some people love to collect tins. And this one had just fabulous graphics on it and a hinged lid, which, you know, when you find one with a hinged lid that isn't in terrible condition, you should get it. Okay, but I am going to list that. I'm not keeping it. Okay, we found this piece of Nippon for $5. Let's see if I can show you the back, if I have it turned right. Yes. Okay. I know, you know, Nippon can be worth a lot, depending on what it is, of course, but I probably will keep this one. It is just absolutely gorgeous and in perfect condition. And this hand painting is raised. You can feel this gold. Everything that you see gold, you can feel it. So I just thought it was beautiful. I don't know. I might list it. I've got so much stuff sitting around. But it's just so pretty. And I don't think I have any actual Nippon sitting anywhere. Okay, and then let's see. I found a few dolls. This one was $1. You can tell it's handmade. Just so cute. Just a little country doll. She will end up sitting on a shelf somewhere, I'm sure, which I love. Okay, and then I found, how much was she? I think she was $1 or $2. Grandmother pin cushion. And isn't she adorable? Look at that face with her little granny glasses. I love it. Still has some pins in it. Which, speaking of pin cushions, I have another pin cushion from a different store to show you in a minute. It wasn't until about the 1700s that people started using pin pillows, because needles and such as that were very expensive, and they were prized, and they were kept in these fancy containers and stuff. And then when they became more available, people started doing pin pillows, and they would make them, and they would be embroidered and made out of nice fabrics and stuff. And then when the Industrial Revolution came along, and things like pins could be made in, you know, mass production and more readily available to everyone, people started making pin cushions, and they would make them, you know, all kinds of things. Of course, the tomato one is the most popular pin cushion ever. But they're made, you know, just different ways out of different things. She's so cute. Okay. And last thing from that store was another Christmas item and another musical Christmas item. Mrs. Claus. I have decided that I am going to start collecting Mrs. Claus things for Christmas because I feel like Mrs. Claus is so underrated. But look at her. I mean, she's in a little bit of rough condition, a little bit dusty and dirty, but she's precious. Okay, I'm going to wind her up so you can see what she does here. I love it. Okay, last but not least, we have a haul from Bucket List Antiques, so that's up next. Okay, so I missed 3 items that were from the feed seed store. So let's give you a quick look at these for 99 cents a piece. I found these 2 mugs, coffee cups. Look like perfect for Irish coffee. These are Staffordshire, and they are in perfect condition. That gorgeous cobalt blue on there, just beautiful. And then I believe that's a pheasant. And let me show you the bottom, make sure I've got it turned right. Staffordshire with the crown mark. There we go. Okay, so that was those 2 cups and this hand carved ship. And this was $14. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely gorgeous. See that? I mean, the sails feel like they're made out of a bark, some type of bark. And again, I am guessing that this is Polynesian. And the way the waves are done is one reason I say that. And also with the, what do you call her, a maidenhead that they put on the front. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Absolutely fascinating. So I am going to do research, but I'm guessing this is going to probably, I will list it around $50 or more, depending on the research, whatever I find out. Okay, our last items are, like I said, from Bucket List Antiques. And we go there probably couple of times a month and always end up finding something, especially they have a $1 shelf. That's what made us keep coming back. It was like, oh my gosh, they have stuff for $1, and we found some really cute stuff on those dollar shelves. They have some true antiques. There's one booth from the Humane Society, and I don't know what it is about Humane Society, but every time I have found a booth of theirs, we found one in New Orleans and Atlanta, and they have the best prices. It's just fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so let's get started. All right, from the dollar shelf, here is a vintage nut grinder. Of course, you put your nuts in here, turn upside down to grind them, and turn this. Okay, now originally this did have a cup that fit on top, so the nuts would just fall into that. So this one's missing that. That's probably why it was on the dollar shelf. But it's still something really cute to have sitting around to go with somebody's collection. Okay, for myself, I found this adorable wood doll. Was she $1? No, it's $5, sorry. And you see Japan stamped on there. Okay, you can call this a kokeshi doll because that's what it means. Any doll that was made from wood that did not have legs and arms separate, and lots of times they don't even have a face. They barely put any type of face on her. So I will be keeping this. It's just adorable. She'll go with my Granny Witch collection. Okay, and then speaking of pin cushions, like I said, I had another one. This one was $6. And it's well loved. Somebody really used this a lot. And I just thought it was so cute. Just so adorable. This one does have a Made in China sticker on the bottom, but I don't care. I just thought it was really unique and cute. Okay, now, this was, let's see, it's $6 sticker on there, but I could have swore we had a discount on it. But anyway, I just thought it was so unique. Handmade jug. Let's turn it this way. I cannot read this signature. I mean, if anything, it looks like the word fail. And maybe 79. I have no idea. No idea. I could not figure it out. Okay, and I thought for sure this was for putting vinegar and oil in it. Okay, this comes off. Look at that original cork to that and how used it is. And then you have the outer and the inner vessel here. So I thought it was for oil and vinegar. But the words on here then means wine, not vinegar. And phrase means fresh. So fresh wine. So why, I don't know what that is right there. So why they have a center piece here. I'm guessing something's put in there to keep the wine cold. I have no idea. It's pretty heavy, probably 4 pounds. And obviously hand painted, so I just thought it was cool, really cool. Okay, found something to add to my basket collection. As you can see, that's made from antler, probably from a deer, and it's got a little bit of embellishment on both sides here. Okay, and I just love how this looks, and this was made from, I'm guessing, some kind of grass to give it that look. And no, it's no markings, no labels. I have no idea who made it. I'm not going to say it was made by indigenous people, because who knows if there's no markings on it. I mean, just because something has this type of thing on it doesn't mean it's native made or tribal made. And besides, there are strict federal laws about claiming things are made by Native American tribes. When you're selling them, you are supposed to prove who the artist is and what tribe they are from. You can't just say anything and everything is Indian / Native American / indigenous made just because it has a look to it. Okay, and I have seen people in their videos and gone to their stores, and I've seen that they are actually breaking federal law. Okay, and that's one thing that really, really does irk me. Okay, I think artists should get their due. They should get paid for, properly paid and recognized for their artistry and their work. And I do not believe people should be buying things from China or foreign lands and claiming that it was made by Native Americans here. That's just wrong. Okay. All right, up next we found this very unusual liquor bottle. It's never been opened, completely sealed. And it has this little tiny dancer in the middle. and it says a music box on the bottom. And it just reads, contents 18 ounces. Let's see, let me look on the bottom here if I could remember. The music song is Blue Danube. Unit made in France. Bowls Ballerina Bottle is what it reads. And then there's flakes of gold flakes in it. So you can see that. Looks like a snow globe. Let's see, I don't think the music box works. Somebody wound it too tight, so it doesn't really work. And I have looked this up, and there's plenty of them out there in much better condition than this. But a lot of them have had their seals broken. So I will not be selling this. We bought this to put in my husband's man cave, so I just wanted to show it. It's just so unusual, so different. Really cool. I don't remember how much we paid for her. I want to say about $10, $15. So she's really cute. And I'm pretty sure eBay has restrictions on selling alcohol. So I wouldn't want to sell it anyway. Okay. Okay, here is a hand fan. A handmade hand fan. And if you could feel it, hear that? That's made, it's not plastic. It is actually water buffalo hide. And so this was Indonesian, I do believe. And this and the handle, all one piece, is made from the horn of the water buffalo. And then it's hand punched and hand painted. Very unusual. I just thought it was beautiful. This was on the dollar shelf. Let's see the handle. So I will probably list this. I don't think I'm going to keep it. So I will probably list it for around $50. Okay, something else we bought to put in the man cave. This was $8, and it is a shaving mirror with the shaving mug. I don't know if the mug is original to this piece or even the brush, but the brush and the mug did come with it. Let's see. Okay. Strong set, sterilized. Wire bristles. No, does that say wire? Pure bristles. Sorry. Okay. And then the mug, if I can get it out. It's very beautiful. It's really beautiful. I mean, and it's not chipped or cracked or anything. It doesn't really have a marking, unless you count that. Present, I believe that reads, so I'm not sure. But like I said, I don't know if these two pieces are even original to the stand. And the stand itself was in kind of rough condition, but you know, this was only gonna sit on a shelf, so let's see the back of it, pretty rough. So for that price, we thought it'd be good for the man cave. Trying to help him decorate. And this is the perfect kind of thing for it. Okay, I found a few. Somebody had all of their books, magazines for $1 each. So I grabbed 4 different things. And this is chocolate and cocoa recipes, homemade candy recipes. And this is like embellished, it's raised, you can feel it. Okay, and then here's the back. And it's a tiny little thing, but you know, Baker's chocolate, this is from the Baker Company. And it's copyright 1911. See that? Okay, so it has lots of recipes. The print is super tiny, but it has some great graphics in there too. Stuff I would probably never make, but here's some of the bakers, how it used to come in these little tins and stuff. So I just thought it was for $1. It was a really cool piece of ephemera. Okay. Now, who remembers Mad Magazine? Oh, I loved Mad Magazine as a kid. My cousin, who was older, about 10 years older than me, always bought Mad Magazine. He would leave them laying around in his room because he lived with my grandparents. And so, yeah, I always just dove right into the Mad Magazine. So here's Mad, Spy versus Spy. And this one says it's the 6th case book. Which, these are not rare that I know of. But for only $1, I mean, why not? Okay. Love that graphic. And since it has a barcode, I think this is from the 80s at least. Let's see what the copyright, 1982. Yep. Okay, this one is Dictionary of Marks, Pottery and Porcelain, and it was only $1. I wish I had looked through this more closely before I bought it. Not that it isn't worth $1, but it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. All the marks are like hand-drawn instead of being photographed, so it's kind of disappointing. All right, and the last thing I got from that was this Elvis Presley photoplay tribute. This was put out just within months of his death. And there's several of these on eBay, so I'll probably just hang on to it for a while. But it does have, you know, some gorgeous pictures of Elvis in there. And I was always an Elvis fan from the time I was little. I mean, from 4 years old, I was going to marry him. I did. I remember when my mother showed me a rag mag that had where Elvis had married Priscilla, and I just busted out crying. And I was like, no, he's supposed to marry me. Oh my goodness. Just all about his life. Anyway, so some people still remain Elvis fans. Some people can't stand him. So, you know, to each his own. I've been to Graceland, and let me tell you, it was, I don't want to say disappointing, but it was not what I expected, okay? Yes, it was a mansion, but it wasn't nearly as big of a mansion as I thought it was going to be. And it's pretty tacky. I mean, even for its day, come on now. So, like the jungle room and some of the other things, the decor was really tacky, but cool at the same time, okay? So if you're an Elvis fan in the least, it's worth going to see. Okay, let's see. This is my final item. No, I got one more thing after this. Okay, so here we have one of these black lacquer jewelry boxes, and this is all hand painted, and I just adore these. They had several of these in different condition. This was probably the one with the best condition. Let me read this. Something Japan. I'm not sure what that reads on the bottom there. Okay, so, and it is wind-up music box. So here we go. Let's open it up. And it's in kind of rough condition in the front, on the inside, but I wanted you to see it. Oh, is she not laying? Okay, so these two panels of mirrors are hand painted. And then we've got several drawers. 4 drawers that come out, and then you have the little lady who is supposed to spin around as the music goes, but that does not work. Sometime or other I will do some work on this, but I just thought, see, I think I paid $10 or $12 for it. I just thought it was gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Even if I never use it as a jewelry box, I just love having things like this sitting around. More dust collectors. Okay, one final thing, which if you've been watching, managed to come this far, I'm sure you're probably wondering, what is that? Okay, she was sitting up high, really up high on like a chifforobe or something in a booth. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at that, look at that. I've got to have that. And so they wanted $65 for it. And yes, I paid $65 for her. So let me get her. This is handmade. Look at her. Oh my God, she is freaking gorgeous. I just love it. And look how tall she is. And then she's on a lucite base. Open it up a little bit so you can see. Somebody just did a fantastic job. She's got a little medicine pouch. And there she is. Let's see. Let me show you the back. Look at that. I love it. I love her. I have her sitting beside my cast iron stove. And my two youngest grandchildren, who are 3 and 5 years old, do not like her. In fact, Coco says she's creepy, but I love her. I just adore her. She's awesome. All right, folks, that's it for this time. So, as always, good health, well-being, and financial freedom to you and yours from Moon Hill Vintage.